Hey, it's Sam, and as you can see, I'm back with another BeyBlade video today. So this BeyBlade lesson is going to be on the anatomy of a BeyBlade. So the anatomy of a BeyBlade is what makes BeyBlades so fun, because you can customize them to act differently in battle, just like you want them to. So we're going to start off by taking apart BeyBlades of the 4 different types: attack, defense, stamina, and balance. We'll go over how these types specifically act in another BeyBlade lesson, but let's get taken apart some BeyBlades. So, to take them apart, of course, you can always use your nice big wrench, or you can use your cheap small wrench. I personally like using my big wrench. Alright, so first off, we'll be taking apart this attack type. It appeared in the last video. It's a very good attack type. It's a modified version of Gravity Destroyer, so let's just start taking it apart. Alright, so as you can see, we take out this thing that looks like a bolt, and that's because it is a bolt. It's a face bolt. So basically, this just keeps the entire BeyBlade together, and as you can see, as soon as I take that out, the BeyBlade begins to fall apart. This also is just supposed to look cool, and as you can see, it has a sticker on it to make it look cool. So next, we have this energy ring, which controls the way it rotates, because BeyBlades can rotate left and right. This one specifically can actually rotate both ways, but we won't go into how it controls which way it rotates until the launcher video. Then this is the fusion wheel. So this is pretty much the part of the BeyBlade that does the most contact. It's the part that goes when it hits other BeyBlades. It's pretty much the part that makes it look cool. And it's actually not metal, it's actually polycarbonate. Now, right now, this may look like one piece, but it's actually 2 pieces. So this one's a little bit tricky to take off if it's already off of the BeyBlade. So, if you forgot to take it off while the faceball was still in, what I do is I put it back into the fusion wheel, which is this part, and then, using the circular side of your wrench, you unscrew it. It's going to be like a click, and then it's going to come apart, and you can pull it apart. So now, we have these 2 parts. This part is a spin track. It decides the height of the BeyBlade mostly, and sometimes it has a cool shape. And then this BeyBlade's performance tip. So let's switch some of these parts, which you saw how it acted from last video. And if you don't remember, or you didn't watch my last video on BeyBlade, you can watch it and you'll see how it acts. And then we're gonna change it with, for starters, this modified version of Rock Orso, which also battled in last video. So these 2 don't need to go through a battle in this video, so you know how they act. So pretty much the most deciding part of how a BeyBlade acts is its performance tip. It literally decides how the BeyBlade performs. So we're just going to start off by switching these performance tips. Alright, so we're going to do a solo run with Gravity Destroyer and see how it acts. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! So you can see, last time, it was a bit more like circling around the stadium. That's how attack types usually act. You can see it's already drifting towards the center, just like modified Rock Orso was in the last video. So as you can see, the performance tip actually really just change how it moves. Okay, now let's try modified Rock Orso with an even more modified attack type performance tip. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! As you can see, Rock Orso is already acting much more attackative and much more aggressive than Gravity Destroyer was. So, they changed a lot by just the change of 1 small piece. So that shows you how changing just 1 piece can totally change how a BeyBlade acts. So now we're going to have a battle with the 2, and then end this video. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let it rip! Alright, let's have a battle. Alright, finally. First hit. Uh-oh. Okay, so just a bare win on Gravity Destroyer modified part, so there you have it. Again, extremely modified how these Beyblades act. And I will see you in the next video. Probably Beyblade.